You guys, you won't believe what happened at Thanksgiving. My cousin totally discovered that I have millions. Can you imagine the shock? Face screaming in fear moneybag out of nowhere, my family, amazing Reddit stories. Hey everyone, I've been meaning to share this for a bit now. Wow! I can't even wrap my head around how things spiraled out of control. It's definitely been on my mind a lot lately. Hey everyone, let me share a little about myself. Hey everyone, I'm Zach, and I'm 29 years young. I grew up in a small town, and honestly, it was a bit of a struggle. OMG, my fam. Sparkling Heart, so you know that classic crew of chaotic entitled folks? Yeah, that was them. Honestly, until last year, they were just another bunch of characters I had to navigate during the holidays. OMG, you guys, I've been to some super strange family gatherings, but let me tell you, that Thanksgiving was a total game changer. Before all of this went down, I was just your everyday guy, you know? I had a typical 9-to-5 gig at a tech company, lived in a cozy apartment, and mostly enjoyed my own company. So, here's the tea. Things totally changed. So, let me tell you about this incredible opportunity one discovered at work a few months back. OMG, you guys, I had this incredible opportunity to work on a project that totally blew my mind and paid off in ways I never saw coming. Like, seriously, it was a game changer. So, here's the tea. I totally ended up raking in a ton of cash from it. OMG, we're talking like millions of dollars here. I kept it to myself for a while, you know? Just wanted to keep it low-key at the beginning. I just wanted to savor my success in peace, without anyone constantly asking me for favors. So, that was totally before Thanksgiving, you guys. It all began in the most innocent way possible. So, my fam is having me over for our classic turkey dinner. Can't wait to dig in. Turkey sparkles. I honestly didn't give it much thought. I hadn't seen them in forever, so I thought it would be amazing to reconnect and catch up. Honestly, my aunt was always in the kitchen trying to impress everyone with her cooking skills, so I thought I could totally handle the awkwardness if it meant enjoying a delicious meal. So I arrive at my aunt's place, and let me tell you, the vibe is super intense right from the get-go. Text, OMG, you guys. It seems like there's some serious tea being spilled, but I'm totally out of the loop. What's the scoop? Text, OMG. You ever just walk into a room and instantly feel like something's not right? It's such a vibe, right? Flushed face sparkles, OMG, that was totally me. I took a moment to just chill and let it slide. So, dinner was going smoothly, you know, just the usual vibes, but I couldn't help but notice everyone stealing little glances my way. What's up with that? OMG, you guys. I totally caught my relatives whispering to each other, and I just had to share. Can you believe it? Face screaming in fear, so there I was, catching up with my cousin Sarah after ages, and out of nowhere, she leans in and says, Hey, Zach, I've heard you've been killing it lately. I totally froze. I was totally shocked by how she found out. So, just when I was about to say something, my uncle totally jumped in. OMG, we totally heard about your amazing promotion. Congrats, superstar. How's that going for you, babe? It must be so amazing to have that kind of financial freedom. I put on a smile and nodded, keeping it light and avoiding the deep dive into the details. Honestly, it's pretty amazing, you guys. Work has been absolutely amazing lately. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was just the start of an amazing journey. So my aunt, who just can't help but be super curious, leaned in and asked, So, how much money are we talking about here, Zach? OMG, you've totally been keeping this under wraps for ages. Text, I know you have it in you to lend a hand and make a difference for everyone. I was totally unsure about how to respond. It felt like all these people, ones I hadn't really connected with in ages, suddenly thought my financial success meant I had to give back to them in some way. I was totally working on keeping my cool at this point. I totally just brushed it off. Nope, that's not the vibe at all. Honestly, I'm just out here doing my thing, you know? Nothing too crazy. But the whispers just kept coming. OMG, you guys. My cousin Sarah just stood up out of nowhere. Can you believe it? Face screaming in fear sparkles. All right, Zach, let's do this. We're basically family, aren't we? Come on, let's spread that wealth around a little, shall we? Text, Honestly, it feels like we're all in this together right now. Hey, fam. Just a reminder that some of us have those bills to tackle, you know? Money with wings. Everyone at the table just fell silent. All eyes are totally on me right now. The subtle hints totally escalated into full-on demands. Text, my uncle casually mentioned that I could just pay off my mortgage like it was the easiest thing in the world. Hey, everyone. Just wanted to share that I've been a bit behind on my payments lately. Life can get hectic, right? Hey, I would totally appreciate your help with that. Sparkling heart. Mine casually suggested that Zach should totally help out with the kids' college tuition. Her tone just oozing confidence. Honestly, it's the bare minimum he could do. I was totally blown away. My family has always had its quirks, but this? Wow. This was on a whole new level of entitlement. It felt like everyone assumed that just because I had some cash, I was their go-to ATM. Okay, I can totally read your mind right now. Hey, Zach, why didn't you just turn it off? You have no idea how much I wanted to. I was totally at a loss for how to respond. Honestly, these people were like family to me. Can you believe they just came out and said all of this? It's wild. OMG, it was totally surreal. Text, I attempted to shake it off, but that just didn't happen. Feeling the vibe shift, Sarah leaned in a little closer, trying to capture my attention. Honestly, it's just a loan, you know? Feel free to pay it back whenever it works for you. No rush. Just do what feels right. We're totally not looking for a freebie or anything, you know? That's when I totally snapped. I set my drink aside, stood up, and scanned the table with excitement. I was not about to let anyone think they could just take advantage of me. So I totally said, keeping my vibe chill, I've got a way better idea. OMG, you guys, it was like total silence. Flush face, you could totally see the surprise on their faces when I hit them with that response. Wait, what do you mean by that? My uncle asked, giving me that classic raised eyebrow look. I couldn't help but smile as I leaned in just a bit closer. Hey, everyone. Instead of just tackling those debts, how about I share something way more valuable with you all? Trust me, you won't want to miss this. It's all about seizing the chance to grow and avoid finding ourselves in this situation again. Let's level up together. Text, hey, I really believe it's time for you to start figuring things out on your own. You've got this. Glowing star no freebies here. There are no shortcuts. Fam, it's all about putting the effort and owning your responsibilities, just like everyone else out there hustling. OMG, my aunt totally gasped. Sarah gave me that look. You know the one, like I was totally out of my mind. Wait, are you for real right now? She asked, her voice filled with total disbelief. No way, are you for real right now? We're all about that family vibe. We can't be left in suspense like this, right? Come on. I totally didn't respond. I just turned and strolled out of the room, feeling all the vibes shift around me. Text, I could totally hear the argument brewing behind me, but honestly, I was just not bothered at all. They totally crossed a line, and I'm not here for anyone trying to take advantage of me. But like, seriously? This is only the start. You guys, I really thought that walking out would wrap things up, but wow, was I mistaken? My family definitely had other plans for me. The days following Thanksgiving just flew by in a whirlwind. I was totally swamped with texts and calls, especially from Sarah and my aunt. Can you believe it? They were definitely not feeling it. Honestly, they were totally livid. So, Sarah kicked things off with a text. Hey, what's going on? Let's chat about it. So, you really think you're on a whole different level than us now? Wow. I really thought we were family, you know? Zach, you've totally transformed. OMG, I can't even. How could you? And just like that, my aunt hit me with the guilt trip. Wow. That feels a bit selfish, don't you think? We've always had your back, and now it feels like you're not there for us when we need you the most? Honestly, it's just so disappointing. I totally held off on responding at first. I was really trying to avoid getting pulled back into all that drama. So, after a few days of dealing with this constant harassment, I finally decided it was time to reach out to Sarah. I realized it was time to establish some boundaries, and if she couldn't honor them, I would need to be more straightforward. Hey, girl. Sparkling heart. Text, I casually mentioned when she answered the call, keeping my vibe chill and neutral. Zach, you finally answered. Yay. Hey, I've noticed you haven't been around much lately. What's up with that? I'm over your little game. For real. Hey, just a friendly reminder that you owe us. Sparkling heart, you totally owe me. She totally sounded a bit off, like, wow, I'm not here looking for a freebie. I reached out to you for support because I believed you genuinely cared. Text, oh, so you really think you can just stroll away from the squad like that? So, I totally interrupted Sarah, just trying to keep my cool, you know? You just don't see it, do you? I'm living my life on my own terms, and I don't owe anyone anything. Person nipping hand, female sign. Sparkles just because I'm thriving doesn't mean I need to rescue everyone from their own choices. No one can make me feel bad about my choices. I'm all about doing what feels right for me. She totally turned up the volume on her voice. You're totally one of them. Zach, you've totally transformed. You've turned into someone who's all about themselves, and it's just so icy. Oh, so you think you're on a whole new level now, huh? Hey, everyone. Just a little reminder that without us, there wouldn't be much to talk about. Person tipping hand, female sign, Sparkles. We were totally there for you every step of the way. We've been with you every step of the way. Text, I could feel my patience beginning to fade away. Oh my gosh, Sarah, that's just not accurate. Absolutely. You were a part of my journey as I was growing up, but that doesn't mean I'm tied to you for life. You can't just waltz into my life and expect me to hand over cash, okay? But we're family, she shouted. Hey, you can't just forget about us, okay? We matter. This is something I just can't get over. Text. I took a deep breath, really feeling the intensity of the moment. Hey, just wanted to let you know that you're definitely on my mind. Nope, not happening. Hey, everyone. Just a little reminder that I'm not here to be anyone's ATM. Let's not get caught up in guilt trips. Know your worth and set those boundaries. Sparkling heart, there was a super intense moment of silence on the other end, followed by a quick gasp. Wow, right? Fine. Sarah finally snapped, her voice laced with intensity. But trust me, this is just the beginning. I'm about to spill the tea on what you truly are, and trust me, everyone will know. And just like that, she ended the call. I took a moment to just sit there, overwhelmed by this crazy blend of frustration and disbelief. OMG, what just went down? I was really focused on setting some boundaries, but instead of honoring them, she just went ahead and threatened me. Can you believe that? Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse. My aunt decided to call a few hours later. She totally had a way with words, way more diplomatic than Sarah, but just as determined. Love that vibe. Zach, darling, I honestly believe you might have misread the whole thing, she said, her tone dripping with sweetness. Hey, fam, just a reminder that we're always here for you, no matter what. Sparkling heart, is honestly tough to wrap our heads around why you'd choose to distance yourself from us right when we could really use your support. It's all about the experience, babe. It's all about our time together. You guys, you've always been such a giving person, so what's up with the change now? I totally saw this coming, and I was not about to let it happen. Aunt Linda, I can't be your personal ATM. If you want to chat about being together, I'm totally down, but just so you know, I'm not parted with any cash. OMG, I totally get it. It's such a bummer that you can't see that right now. There was a little pause on the line before she chimed in again. OMG, you guys, this is such a major misstep. Face screaming in fear, just wait and see. It's going to be amazing. Don't worry. We'll find a way to make it work. But trust me, you might want to rethink this decision. Feeling that twinge of regret? Let's talk about it. I totally wish I had stood up for myself way earlier. I wrapped up the call and set my phone aside, just wishing it would all fade away soon. But honestly, I just had this feeling inside that it wouldn't happen. Sarah totally made it known that this is just the beginning, you guys. The next few days were all about those sneaky little attempts at manipulation. You know what I mean? So we got calls, texts, and a sprinkle of those passive-aggressive posts on social media. Can you relate? Grinning face with sweat. So Sarah decided to spill the tea about me to the whole fam. And let me tell you, those whispers were getting super loud. They were totally framing me as a villain, the greedy, selfish cousin who just forgot their roots. But I totally wasn't about to back down. Not at the moment. No way I'm letting that happen after all the effort I've put in. I took some time for myself over the next few weeks, diving deep into my work and tuning out all that family drama. Self-care mode activated. I totally skipped the next family gathering. The messages might have slowed down a bit, but they definitely never completely stopped. Speech balloon sparkles, and then that was it. The final straw. You guys, I just have to share this moment with you. So, one day I got a call from my mom, and it was everything. Sparkling heart, she was totally panicking. Hey, Zach, where you at? Sparkling heart, text OMG, you guys? Your Ann and Sarah just showed up, and let me tell you, they are not happy. Face screaming in fear. They're totally insisting you settle up. You absolutely have to have that conversation with them. I totally froze. Can you believe it has come to this? Wow. They're saying they'll spill the tea about how you don't care about your fam. So, my mom just kept going on and on. They're threatening to turn your life upside down unless you give in to their demands. And that's a wrap. I was over the whole playing nice thing. I decided it was time to rise above and not let anyone bring me down anymore. I totally made a decision right then and there that was about to change everything. Sparkles, I just smiled and said, "No worries, Mom. I've got an even more amazing idea. The decision is finally in. Party popper, I realized it was finally my moment to take control and break free from my family's influence, turning the tables on everything they had put me through. I totally needed a plan, you guys. I couldn't just throw them the cash and expect they'd back off. This definitely needed to be on a grander scale. I need to show them that they can't just take advantage of me any longer. OMG, the next few days were totally intense. Face screaming in fear sparkles, so my mom totally stopped calling, but I just knew that Sarah and Aunt Linda were not about to throw in the towel. Text, I could totally sense the pressure rising, like their entitlement was just bubbling up inside them. Text, OMG, I could totally hear Sarah's voice in my head. Like, can you even believe it? You're definitely going to wish you hadn't done this. Zach, just wait and see. It's going to be amazing. I was totally unbothered. Text, the more they pushed, the more I was fueled to rise up and show them what I'm made of. I totally refused to let them take the victory. Text OMG, you guys? I just got the cutest text from Sarah inviting me to another family gathering. Can't wait to share all the fun moments with you. Sparkles, there's no escaping the situation, babe. Hey everyone, we really need to chat about something important. We really need you to share what's going on. Your family totally deserves to see the real you. I was totally glued to the screen. I found myself feeling really frustrated. She was totally playing the victim card, making it seem like I was the one in the wrong. This was my moment to step up and show them the real me, to help them see that I'm not who they believed I was. OMG, you guys, I totally went. Text OMG, you guys? The gathering was at my aunt's place, just a few miles outside the city. Sparkles, I went in with mixed feelings, and honestly, I just knew it was going to be anything but a chill chat. OMG, you guys? The moment I stepped inside, you could literally feel the tension in the air. Face screaming in fear, OMG, you guys? So, Sarah and Aunt Linda were just sitting at the kitchen table, arms crossed and totally fuming. The tension was real. Face with steam from those, oh my gosh, you guys? Sarah totally gave me the side eye as she checked me out from head to toe. You totally made the choice to show up. Are you ready to bring it and say it right to us? Let's go. I totally took a deep breath and just walked into the room, feeling all the vibes. Sparkles, guess who's back, everyone? It's me. I spoke with a calm confidence, my voice steady yet assertive. I'm here to stay until we get this all figured out. You guys, hey everyone, let's dive into this conversation. Aunt Linda rose to her feet, her face radiating pure disbelief. Zach, you just don't get it. We've always got your back. We totally raised you, didn't we? It seems like you're putting yourself on a pedestal. Huh? All we're looking for is just a bit of support, and it feels like that's too much to ask. It feels like you're distancing yourself from your family, and that's tough to see. I just couldn't believe it. Aunt Linda, I think you're not quite getting it. Hey, just a little reminder. I don't owe you anything. Person nipping hand, female sign. Sparkles, text. I just want to say that your perception of support might not align with reality. It's important to recognize that sometimes things aren't as they seem. I put in the work and hustle to be where I am today, and I don't owe anyone anything for that. Flex bicep sparkles. Sarah stood up, her face flushed with anger. Text. Do you really think we're just a bunch of beggars out here? Do you really believe we don't deserve any support? Zach, you've totally transformed. I just feel like you're not the same person I once knew. Remember when you used to care about us? Those were the days. It seems like you really believe you're on a whole different level than the rest of us. Texted you, I could totally feel that heat rising in my chest. Fire sparkles. Text. OMG, can we talk about the frustration, the anger, and that feeling of betrayal? It's real, you guys. Weary face, broken heart. Everything was just bubbling up and ready to explode. Wait, are you serious right now, Sarah? I stayed exactly the same. Hey, beautiful people. Just woke up and feeling ready to take on the day. Sun with face sparkles. You and Aunt Linda have relied on me as your safety net for so long that it feels like you think I'm obligated to be there for you forever. Honestly, I just don't. Hey, just a little reminder. I'm not here to be your personal ATM or your charity case. Let's keep it real. It's time for you to find your own strength and rise up instead of pulling me down with you. Aunt Linda's face contorted in fury, her eyes sparkling with intensity. You're such an ungrateful little brat. Text. Hey, just a little reminder that your journey wouldn't be the same without our support. Sparkling heart sparkles. Text. Honestly, you owe your whole vibe to us being in your corner. Just saying. And this is how you show your appreciation. I stepped forward, keeping my voice calm and steady. You didn't really stand out this time. You were everything to me, like family. Aunt Linda, you were my heroes. You played a huge role in my growth. Totally. Just because we have a connection doesn't mean I'm tied down forever. You feel me? Hey, Sarah. It's time to let go of the notion that you can just reach out to me whenever things get tough and think I'll swoop in to save the day. Hey there. Just a little reminder. I'm not here to play the role of your dad or your personal ATM. Let's keep it real. OMG, you guys, Sarah's face was like totally bright red. Are we really just going to sit back and let this happen? Do you really think you can just walk away without facing the music? I just took a deep breath. You guys, it's pretty obvious that boundaries aren't your strong suit. Text. Hey, just a little reminder that I'm not here to be walked all over anymore. Time to set some boundaries, fam. Flex bicep sparkles. Are you really trying to paint me as the bad guy here? Totally fine. Just a little reminder for you all. If you're looking for my assistance, just know there's a little investment involved. I've got something for you. But trust me, it might not be your favorite. Aunt Linda shot a piercing look. What does that even mean? I smiled, totally captivated as our eyes met. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming up. The vibe in the room was totally electric. You guys... So there I was, with Sarah and Aunt Linda totally waiting for me to make my next move. They were just expecting me to cave or back down, but you know I had to keep my cool and show them what I'm made of. Honestly, that was just not on my agenda. I had one last card in my hand, and I decided to go for it. I whipped out my phone and tapped a few buttons. You know how it is? Just a moment later, I passed it over to Aunt Linda. So, check it out. This is my proposal, I said with a chill vibe. She grabbed her phone, quickly checking the screen with a curious glance. Her eyes danced across the content, and you could see the confusion shift to a light bulb moment, followed by a wave of anger. Hey, everyone. So, what is this? Thinking face sparkles, OMG, a contract. OMG, can you believe it? I totally interrupted, and honestly, it felt so satisfying. It's totally a contract. If you're looking to get some cash from me, you're definitely going to need to put in the effort. Flex biceps money bag. I'm done with the handouts. You guys, it's time to step up. Are you ready to tackle those challenges head on? Text. Hey, why not kick things off by diving into something super productive? You got this. Flex bicep sparkles once you sign that contract. We can totally move forward with this. Sparkling heart sparkles. No more freebies. You guys, you're going to hustle for it. Sarah's expression contorted in pure disgust. Text. Are you seriously expecting us to work for you? Text, do you really think we're just here to work for you? I shot them a cool, satisfied glance. Honestly, it's time to step up and take charge of your own lives. You can either sign that contract and embrace your responsibilities, or continue to dwell on what you think you're owed. The choice is yours. You have the power to choose. The atmosphere in the room was charged with an intense silence. Aunt Linda was totally glued to the screen, her face looking like she just saw a ghost. No way, you must be joking. I crossed my arms, and my smile just got even brighter. OMG, I am totally serious right now. And just like that, the door swung open and in walked my mom. She glanced back and forth between us, totally picking up on the awkward vibes in the air. Hey, what's happening in here? Sparkle's Aunt Linda gazed up at her, her voice trembling with emotion. OMG, you guys. So, Zach is totally threatening to cut us off completely if we don't sign this super ridiculous contract. Can you believe it? My mom shot me a look, her eyes totally brimming with concern. Hey, Zach, what's going on here? I turned to her, keeping my vibe chill yet assertive. I'm totally done with letting them guilt-trip me, Mom. They're totally looking for something from me. All right, but they're definitely going to have to put in the effort. If they can't respect my boundaries, then they really shouldn't be using the family card anymore. My mom just shook her head, and you could totally hear the disappointment in her voice. Hey, Zach, I think you might be going a bit overboard with this. This isn't the vibe we go for. But honestly, I just tuned out. I was over it. No more letting others pull my strings. Just as Aunt Linda was about to jump in with her thoughts, I totally interrupted her. The contract is officially on the table. You guys, text. Take or leave it, babe. The choice is yours. Person nipping hand female sign. Sparkles, but listen up, everyone. If you decide to walk away, just know you won't be seeing any of my support again. I totally observed their expressions as the realization hit them. The vibe in the room was super intense, like you could feel the unspoken drama just hanging in the air. Text, the drama was at an all-time high, and you could totally see it in their eyes. This was the moment that would totally change the game. Are they going to accept the offer? Or would they just walk away and miss out on the opportunity to connect with me again? And then, just when I was ready to step out the door, Sarah chimed in. I'll sign it, she said, her voice soft and almost secretive. Text. I glanced her way, a playful smirk dancing on my lips. You're definitely going to sign it. I said it again. Hey, everyone. Just a little reminder that this is only the beginning. Glowing Starter Room fell completely silent after Sarah dropped that bombshell. The vibe was seriously intense. Aunt Linda was seriously about to burst, her face turning this wild shade of red that I didn't even know existed. Can you believe it? Sarah was totally caught off guard, standing there with her shoulders slumped, like she never thought I'd actually call her bluff. Can you believe it? But I was totally standing my ground. Text. I totally had my phone out, contract in hand, ready to show Sarah what's up. So, good. Make sure you read every single word. Okay? Trust me on this. This is way more than just a formality, you guys. This is your moment to turn things around. But remember, it won't be without its price. Time to step up and take charge. Everyone, no more free rides. Prohibited Sparkles text. Hey there. Are you looking for something special for me? Let's chat. Sparkling Heart Sparkles, you've got to hustle for it. OMG, you guys. Sarah totally just snatched the phone from my hand and gave me the fiercest glare. Can you believe it? Face screaming in fear. I could totally see the wheels spinning in her mind. She was ready to battle, to let out a roar, to unleash a full-on meltdown. She was totally craving that cash. I mean, she wanted it like really bad. She whispered, I'll sign it. Aunt Linda, totally fired up, finally decided to speak her mind. Hey, Zach, is this your idea of a joke? Faced with tears of joy, text. Oh my gosh, can you believe this? Just waltzing in here, tossing cash like it's confetti, and acting like we're just here to serve? Not cool. She was totally shaking with anger now. We're all about that family vibe. We've always got your back. So, you really think you can just look down on us like that? I totally stood my ground. You've always had my back, right? Wait, what? OMG, that's hilarious. It feels like the only moments I get to see family from you are when there's a favor involved. All right, it's time to put in some effort, fam. You know what they say, right? Nothing in life comes without a price. Money with wings if you can't handle the reality. Maybe it's best to skip the contract and stay in your dreamland where you believe I owe you everything. Aunt Linda's eyes were totally wide with disbelief. OMG, I seriously thought she was about to tear up for a second there. But instead, she totally marched right over to the door. Text, honestly, Zach, I'm good without your money. I appreciate the thought, but I'm good on my own. Feel free to hold onto your contract. I've wrapped things up here. She totally slammed the door behind her, and wow, the silence that followed was just so intense. Text, I caught a glimpse of Sarah, already deep in her scroll through the document, totally focused with that furrowed brow vibe. She was definitely upset, but I could see the moment she started to understand that I was being completely serious. No way, I'm not signing this, she declared, shaking her head with determination. I totally raised an eyebrow. Oh, no way. She totally locked eyes with me. Absolutely not. Are you ready to bring your A game? Okay, but just so you know, I'm not here to be controlled, Zach. I'm not here to be controlled, babe. I was totally over this. I'm totally over their manipulation and threats. Victory and Sparkles. They really believed they could just stroll all over me just because I had some cash. Can you believe that? OMG. They are seriously about to find out the hard way that this game is not going to unfold like they thought it would. Face screaming in fear Sparkles, I confidently stood up straight and made my way toward the door, ready for whatever comes next. Totally cool, Sarah. If you choose not to sign, then I suppose that's the end of the road. Honestly, you won't be seeing any of my money again. Just saying. And you can totally share that with Linda, too. Your sense of entitlement has brought you some success. But it's time to level up and push beyond those limits. OMG, you guys, Sarah was just standing there, totally frozen. Can you even believe it? Text the room was totally spinning around me. But honestly, I was just vibing and didn't care at all. I can finally breathe. The years of manipulation, guilt, and financial demands are behind me, and it feels like such a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Sparkles, I felt so much lighter, freer, and more in control than ever before. It's like a whole new level of empowerment. Sparkles. Stepping out the door, I felt an incredible wave of satisfaction wash over me. It was such a vibe. I finally took the reins. For so long, I was the one always giving, always compromising, and constantly expected to bend to everyone else's whims. But that's a thing of the past now. I set my boundaries, and I'm not letting anyone step over them again. The upcoming weeks were filled with tension. So, my mom reached out, trying to get me to make amends with Sarah and Linda. But I stood my ground. Flex bicep Sparkles, I totally refused to back down. I totally wasn't about to give in, you guys. If they want to vibe with me, they better bring that respect, or they can just stay away. And, in the end, they totally ghosted us. After what felt like ages, I finally received another message from Sarah, and wow, it was clear she had gone through some serious growth. The vibe of the message was totally different. Zach, it said, I totally know I messed up. Hey, everyone. I've got something on my mind that I really want to share with you all. Let's chat. Text, I totally get what you were aiming for, and I'm all in to collaborate with you, not compete. Hey, let's totally meet up soon. I found myself totally glued to the screen, just hovering my finger over that reply button, contemplating my next move. Honestly, there was a moment when I thought about just blocking her number and walking away from all the drama. Like, why get involved in their chaos, right? But honestly, a part of me was super curious to see if Sarah had truly transformed, if she was finally ready to own her life and all that comes with it. I took a moment to reflect before crafting a thoughtful response. Hey everyone, let's chat. But only on my terms, you know? Person nipping and female sign, Sparkles. So, a few weeks after Sarah slid into my DMs, we finally met up at this cute coffee shop. It wasn't about the big moments or dramatic reunions. It was just a chill conversation where we got real and laid everything out on the table. Oh, I definitely wasn't about to make things easy for her, and trust me, she totally knew it. I was totally over those empty apologies and promises that were never going to happen. She totally owned up to her mistakes, realizing that she let the thought of my money mess with her head. It wasn't just me she had been treating this way, you know? She was totally shutting others out, all in the pursuit of what she believed she deserved. I could totally sense her genuine remorse, but I'm not about to jump back into trusting her just like that. Text, I totally understand, Zach, she said, her voice gentle yet assertive. I realize I may have come off as entitled, and I truly apologize for that. Thank you for your understanding. Text, I'm here to rebuild that trust with you, not just to take from our connection. I just took a deep breath. You guys? Hey, Sarah. Just a little reminder that good things take time. I'm totally not about to invest in you unless you show me some real transformation. You've got to put in the effort. Fam. Honestly, that's the only way I'd even consider lending a hand. She totally nodded, and I could just tell she got it. Honestly, there's no easy solution or instant fix for this one. It's time for us to come together and create something beautiful from the pieces we've lost. Change doesn't happen in a snap, you know? It takes time and effort. So, Linda totally ghosted me after that. And honestly, I was completely fine with it. I totally refused to get caught up in that situation again, where everyone thought I should solve all the problems just because I could. I totally learned my lesson the hard way, you guys. Time flew by, and everything began to change little by little. OMG, you guys. Sarah totally came through and has been putting in the work to show she's serious about making a change. She embraced a new opportunity that was totally outside her comfort zone, stepping into a role that was all about her own hustle and determination without any handouts or family ties to lean on. It may not have been all glitz and glam, but hey, every journey begins somewhere, right? And little by little, she started to create her own amazing journey. I'm not claiming that everything is just flawless right now. There are definitely still those moments of tension and the occasional awkward silence when we're all together. But honestly, we've totally moved beyond entitlement and manipulation. Growth is real, you guys. I've totally mastered the art of setting boundaries, and now they know I'm not someone they can take advantage of anymore. At the end of the day, it really wasn't about the money, you guys. It was all about taking charge. I'm all about reclaiming my life, making my own choices, and setting boundaries on how I allow others to treat me. And you know what? It might just help Sarah see that money isn't the be-all and end-all. Respect, honesty, and hard work are everything. That's what really counts. You guys. Transcribed by TurboScribe.ai. Sparkles unlock unlimited access to get rid of this message.